The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
All right, everybody, how are you doing today? Did y'all have a good day trading? You should have had a good day trading. Yep, great day. Yep, awesome. Fabulous. Yes, yes, indeed. Good. It's fantastic. Part of one had to work. All right, there's still plenty of trades in there. That's all good. It's the whole goal here, though. Get out of having to go to that job, all right? Okay, well, let me make one setting and test that out. Let me check it real quick. Just want to make sure we don't miss this recording. All right, sweet. Everything is working on my end. Y'all ready to get started? Awesome. All right, let's do it. All right, this is Daryl Martin with apexinvesting.com. And we got our disclosures here. You know, trading involves risk. Know what you're going to do before you're doing it, et cetera, et cetera. So feel free to pause, go back, and read all the fun disclosures. So we're going to talk about a couple things today. First thing I want to start off with is I want to remind everybody this has been, we've been in the middle of the holidays right now, okay? And so things have been sort of slow for, about a week. And then Friday they picked up, today they were fantastic as well. But even during the holidays, we had great trading. Even during slow movement, we still had profitable trading. It was just slow, right? Felt like you were trading the Asian session during the, U.S. session. But, even, the day after Christmas and the day after that, fantastic. And, today, the day before New Year's Eve, a fantastic trading day using the sniper trading program. Have y'all experienced that? Do y'all agree? And you're every day doing great. So that's awesome. Yes. So y'all have actually been able to go in there, and despite the slow movement or the massive movement or the volatility or the chop, whatever, you've seen that sniper's working in a variety of market conditions. Does that give you some confidence in trading going forward, seeing not only like the really, great, fantastic months of November, and seeing it doing well in December, and this doing well even in the slow period around Christmas? A lot of the best traders I know won't even touch the market in November and December. And, November was great, but, like around Christmas, they won't even touch it. And y'all seen how well it's done. So just use that to, give you that confidence to hit those buttons and, place the trades. And, like Grant says, yes, I usually get my asterisks kicked at this time. So can't wait for the market to get back to normal. Yeah, you never know what normal is, but as long as you have a plan that can trade with it, then, that's what you need, right? And I want to remind you, we went through boot camp, right? A lot of y'all have been through boot camp already. Some of you are going through boot camp right now. That was boot camp. And, the first month. And then we started officer school last month. A lot about this last couple of weeks, there was a lot of patience that had to be taken because the market was moving slow and you couldn't just go out and place trades and, make stupid mistakes. You had to sit back and wait for it to give you the signal, right? Well, now you're about to go out in the field and be ready, and that's what next Thursday's webinar is going to be about. And John, if you can post that link out for everybody. But Thursday's webinar, we're going to dive into that 90 days. Okay, the first 90 days of this year. And the 90-day challenge. Because the 90-day challenge is not just about, the 90-day challenge really is about surviving, right? And y'all have learned how to do well now. So the potential to survive actually has went up for you a lot, those who have dove into it. And, some of you have been out for the last couple of weeks because of the holidays. So you're catching up, things like that. And, welcome back, Brian, getting involved in everything. So this next 90 days is, just getting past that point, trading that single contract, being disciplined, and making it to the 10% that survive in trading. Okay? So what we're going to do at the live event is we're going to talk about the next 9 months. we're talking about increasing those contracts. We're talking about trailing those contracts. And I'm going to go into that live event here in a minute. But first, I want to dive into dynamic volume magnets. They're pretty simple. Okay. And I think that you can get this down really quick, really easy. This isn't going to be a super long webinar, but we are going to be, after we go over dynamic volume magnets, I'm going to go over the live event. I'm going to give you the link. And, we have some really, really cool stuff coming up and just wait. You'll be really excited. But you definitely going to want to stay tuned because it is definitely a limited event due to simply space. Okay? So first I want to, a lot of y'all have been asking me about dynamic magnets and, how they work. So let's dive into them. Okay? So this is part of the Be the Sniper or Be the Target series. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up NinjaTrader. And we're going to go over here and we're going to go to File, New Chart. Okay, so again, File, New Chart. Everybody can do that so far? You can follow along. And let's see here. So once you've opened that, you go and choose your instrument. In this case, we're going to do NASDAQ 320. Okay. And we're going to go over here and we're going to choose minute-based bars. And we're going to use 10-minute bars. And we're going to load the last 30 days. Okay? Now, why are we loading 10-minute bars? Well, one thing I learned from some of my mentors is that when larger institutional traders are moving markets during the day, they actually look at 10-minute time frames. And you'll see volume happen on those 10-minute time frames, and high volume peaks are where a lot of orders are resting, will be there, a lot of memories happen. And it's not something you trade off specifically, but it's something that you can gain really, really good levels from. Okay? So everybody got that so far? Current month. Now we're doing this, by the way, even if you're trading MNQ, pull this on NQ. Okay? Minutes, 10 minutes, last 30 days. And then you should have a thing here that says 10-minute magnets. So if you go down to the templates, you can choose silver 10-minute magnets. Also, you can change this to hit D twice. And that'll change your session template to default 24/7. So NQ320, minutes 10, days 30, default 24/7, silver 10-minute magnets. Try not to go too fast. Everybody good? Anybody need a review? Speak now or I move forward. Okay, all good. All right, so we're going to click OK. And then we're going to get a chart up that looks like this. Pardon me. What this is doing is it is plotting extremely high level, like 0.5 percentile high volume levels automatically. So it's looking at it. It looks at all the volume on all the bars. And it goes, what levels had the most volume take place? Where were the most orders? And I just, without even doing anything or teaching anything, I just want you to just look at this. Okay? So it plots this level right here. You can see where it started. It plotted this dynamic magnet. And it dropped one here, dropped one here. It's dropped one right there. Well, look where it pulled right back to. This next 10-minute bar closed right back up at that dynamic magnet. Do y'all see that? Can y'all see, like, literally it pulled right back to it? And then you go up here and look, it pulled right to this level before it stopped. And then what did it do? It went right back up to that level. Okay, we come down. We oscillate around this one. We come down, we oscillate around this one. Go back up. Where does it go up when it breaks? Almost right to that 10-minute magnet level. Where does it come down? Right back to, and it's plotted it twice now. You can actually see it. See how thick that is? It's actually plotting that more than once. It's like 3 times it's plotting that level. It comes right back to it. Breaks down. It comes right back to that exact. See that really thick one? I just want you to see that. See how there's like multiple dynamic magnets right there. And it pulls right back to it again. So what was support now has become resistance. And then it breaks off and boom, this is where a lot of money was made this morning. And of course, we made 20 after that too, but that was fantastic. But check that out. And then it falls down, it throws a magnet, keeps going down, hesitates at a magnet, and starts bouncing between these two. Do y'all see this? Like it's bouncing between two magnets over and over again. It makes one big push down right to where a magnet was. It lays a new one, pulls right back up to a magnet, right back down to a magnet, right back up, and it gets pulled back down to it. Do y'all see that? Like, I'm just trying to let you see the power of it in and of itself. Do y'all think that might be valuable to have levels like that on your chart? Okay. And you can have this up and check it now and then. I mean, obviously it's only going to plot one at most every 10 minutes, but I sort of watch it and then I usually don't do it as much with it during the day. I sort of treat it like I do the 6240. Okay. So I go in, I plot my levels at the beginning of the day, and then I'm done. So that's what the blue lines you see on the chart are. If you're not familiar with that, that's the 6240 levels that I have plotted. And you can see how well they've done. And this is from the flux levels right there, and it honored those as well. Okay? So everybody has this indicator if you're a silver or gold member. These are not in any way related to the mini magnets. So Matt, what you want to make sure you do is load the template and do it exactly how I laid out at the very beginning of the webinar. Okay? The great thing is we are recording this for you, so you'll be able to go back and review it. All right, so everybody good so far? I mean, because this is a pretty simple lesson. So, but it's powerful. I mean, hopefully y'all are seeing just how powerful this is. We can start going back. I can scroll back on the chart, and you'll see other magnet levels and how they were respected. And go further back. Are y'all seeing how these are being respected over and over again? How like it's bouncing between two levels again and again? So what do you think we would call this if you got a long, like right here, going into this level? What would we call that? We call them what? If we got a buy going into a level, what would that be? An obstruction. Yeah, there you go. So remember, what do? We identify the target, identify the pattern, third, identify the obstruction, fourth, identify the entry. Okay? So pretty sweet, pretty simple, and very powerful and very objective. This is not you drawing it. We all have the same thing. It's based on volume. And if you haven't noticed lately, we use volume a lot, right? Order prints is completely based on algorithms of volume. So this is another aspect of volume coming into play. So what I do is I just draw a horizontal line on the chart. So you just click the horizontal line over there. I make it 3, just like I do my 6240 levels, right? And then I say plot on all charts. And then you can set that to default because the 6240 ought to be able to, you just move them around pretty much. Or you copy and paste them. I don't know if y'all knew that y'all can do this, but you can click on a line and you can hit Control C and Control V and have another line. And then have another line. So you don't have to go back and forth so much. That might be a new trick for some of you, but you can basically, again, hit Control C, hit Control V. Whoops, I had something else. And then just grab the line, the level, move it down. Let's adjust that one up a little bit. And there we go. Exactly, very nifty, very simple. Another little trick, and a lot of y'all know this, but I found out the other day a lot of people didn't, is if, at least on Win 10, if you hit your Windows key and you use your arrows, you can move the chart to size exactly whatever part of the monitor you want. So y'all ever have a hard time trying to get all your monitor, like all your charts all in the right spot? Well, this makes it really simple just to move them around. So that's just holding the Windows key and using the arrow. Anyways, a lot of y'all are like, yeah, I knew that, but works on Win7 also. Okay, well, there you go. So anyways, okay, now there's more to it than this though. What happens if you get a bazillion lines? Okay, now right now we haven't had extreme volume. We're at these high levels. It's been slower. But do y'all think there's times where like you could actually have a lot, like way too many lines? So what we have is we have some settings in here. So we actually only have one setting. Go to indicators and go to dynamic magnet levels, okay? And over here, you can actually increase the intensity of how picky it is. And you can change it to super high if you want to. And that'll give you less levels. So like in this case, you can sort of see a couple of levels that it got rid of. And you can see the levels that it left. And the ones that it left were, very respected, right? So let's just say I stuck with that for a second. That means I would get rid of like that level right there. So by putting it on super high, I'm being more picky about what levels I actually pay attention to. So I don't get too many on there. Okay? So everybody get how to do that? Just right click, change it to super high. That way you don't get drowned with levels. Okay, now, how many days back are we loading? 30. So on the 10-minute chart, we're loading back 30 days. What do you think's gonna, like we've been up at highs for the last, 2 months, right? So I suggest super high. That would be my suggestion. So what happens when the market really crashes down, like it usually happens around January, February? Okay? What happens when there isn't anything in the last 30 days? There's no bars in the last 30 days. What do you think you should do? Greg already got the answer. Go back. Try 60. You can try 90. You're just trying to go back and get the high volume points. Okay, now as it starts flying back up and your levels, even on super high, you have like too many levels, what do? Bring the days back down. Does that make sense? You really only have like a couple settings. Yeah, super high, which I think is the best to use. And then you can increase days if you're making new lows where you haven't been in the last 30 days. And if you're making new highs, there's nothing to increase the days back to because they're new highs. If you're making lows that haven't happened in the last 30 days, well, there you go. Or, I mean, you could make lows and then it stays low and then it flies back up. If it's not all-time highs, then you could also increase it. Does that make sense? Like, does anybody feel lost about how to actually apply that so far? Like how to put it on the chart, do it. Pretty easy? Okay. So like I said, not every webinar has to be full of complexity, right? So if we go over here, and what we can do is we can start scrolling back and look at where our levels are. So we go on this, and we got, a magnet, a mini magnet, all that stuff. Let's see, do we have divergence on that? Nope. Anyway, so it's going down. We get a reversal to go short. We're stuck on this magnet. What happens on magnets? Markets get drawn on these dynamic volume magnets, which are the orange lines, the thick orange lines. That's why I make them 3 also. I don't want them to be confused on my charts with pause. So if y'all want to make them like dashed lines to really help you, that's also an option. But the market will oscillate around them. So in this case, market pulls back. We got a DR, divergence right there. Looks like we might even have OD. No OD, but we do have DR, do we? Yep, barely. takes off from the magnet, not into the magnet. And where would I make a target? What would be a good target for it to get drawn to, like we saw in those 10-minute bars? To the next magnet. Yeah, okay. Hopefully some light bulbs are starting to click a little bit. Go, ooh, I can see how I might be able to use that. But we can go back on here, and you can find trades. You can see, okay, it's going short. Where might be the next target on this trade? High volume magnet. And then, look at that. And then this one's trying to go into a high volume magnet. That would have been a trade you probably would have taken. Now, if you followed rules, you would have taken profit before the call. Okay? But you'd also be aware that you're taking that literally right into the magnet. But isn't that nice to go objective, high volume target? Now, it may not make it there the first round. Like right here, it goes down, it pulls back, and then it goes down again. But this one came down right into a magnet and broke it. This one didn't have the magnet in its way and came down to the high volume magnet. So things that make you go, huh, Rob? Okay, so, I mean, even look, over here. I mean, you can just see the movement. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to always go there. But it does give you an objective target. Okay? And it also gives you another obstruction to be aware of when you get a trade. So, I mean, this one right here goes down. That one goes down to the magnet, pulls back. I'm just trying to find entries. That'd be against the trend. There's no divergence. So here's one that goes down. There's a little pullback on this level right here, but ends up stopping at the magnet. Nope. You got to put them on your own charts, just like the 6240 levels. Because we get too much stuff on those ER charts, and then it's just hard to see them. Yep, some are within 5 points of each other, but 5 points, I mean, we're going for 10 ticks, which is 2.5. Now, again, I got it on super high. But look at how the market has reacted to those levels. Now, here's another thing. If I see that there are, they're really close, but one of them is being a lot more respected than the other, then I'll just draw that one. Does that make sense? So if there's like a stack of them, together, I mean, okay, that's a powerful area, obviously, but I do like to know, I mean, right here, I mean, this isn't massive, but I like to know that that's an area that I should expect a range of about, 10, 15 points up and down going on right there. So it's range bound trading for me. Where should I expect to find big moves? Well, it broke through here. It broke through here. This is a free runner. There's nothing in the way. There's no 6240s. There's nothing in the way of that market going down. So here, obviously it pauses. It comes right back to the flux level, then drops right back down to the magnets, comes back up, bounces off the magnets, right back down to a flux level, bounces back up off a magnet, right back down to a magnet. I mean, it's just, and I don't like to use like a bazillion lines. I know it can get overwhelming. That's why I'm like trying to tell you, like, use the super high. And I mean, if 30 days is too much, go down to 10 days. So yes, charts should have the flux levels on them. Your 60 and 240-minute charts, you chart those just like I show in step 7. Step 3 of step 7 is where I show you how to use the flux levels on the 60 and 240. And then you automatically have them on your other charts. Now, a good reminder on that, since you bring that up, is sometimes people make the flux levels obstructions, and they're not obstructions. Okay, the flux levels are on there on your. Let's see. Let me pull up one of my charts. Where's the chart I just had? Let's see. NQ10. Where are you? There we go. Oh, it's behind the PowerPoint. So the flux levels on the chart over here are to tell you when to look left. It says look left and see if there's a bunch of stuff there. Like right here, it's saying, hey, look left. I mean, yeah, look at this massive magnet that's right here. So all they're for on the diagnostic chart is to say look left. They are not a level to be aware of the ones that draw directly on the diagnostic chart. So all you gotta do is reload that template. If they're not moving over, it's because you did not set the levels to globally draw. So, on these levels, what you have to do is you have to say NQ320 all charts, or it won't globally draw them. Okay? And that should take care of that for you. You bet. All right, and that's dynamic magnets. I mean, there's not a whole lot to them, but they are powerful and they are simple. Do y'all think that'll be useful to you? Fantastic. All right. So we'll go ahead and wrap that section of the webinar up. And now let's talk about the live event. Who is excited about the live event? Coming up in March. We're calling it the Sharpshooter Sniper Roundtable event. 12 months to 6 figures. Okay? That is the whole goal of this event. And I have to come back to you, Hamad. But anyways, the Sharpshooter Sniper Roundtable 12 months to 6-figure event. And we're going to hold it at the Courtyard Marriott in Flower Mound. And we have actually negotiated a room rate of only $121 a night. And this is a nice hotel. Okay? It's Riverwalk. That's not the hotel. This is actually some pictures just to give you an idea of like our event last year. And everybody's on their laptops. We make sure every single table has power. If you have a laptop, you don't have to bring one, but if you can, we'll have multiple screens. We even broadcast it directly to your computer. So whatever we have on the screen, so you can even watch, you can see that they're looking at the same thing on their computer as we have up there. So that way everybody has a good view. Like I said, nice. They have nice couches. They have an area for you to put your computers at. They have queens, kings, etc. Suites. They have an indoor pool. They have an outdoor pool. One of the big things is we're going to be doing what we call roundtable events at night. Okay? And me and Lori are staying, like me and my family are going to stay. Lori's going to stay. John's going to stay. We're all staying. We're actually going to be staying right here in these rooms. We've already booked them. And so that way we're going to be right here. And there's inside and outside roundtable areas. And we're going to be coming around, and not only during the day with the training that we're doing, but even at night, like we're going to be out there. And the whole point of this is to teach you and help you and talk with you and just have trader talk. Okay? There's Marilyn and Marion, and we got just like a whole group of people. We got Lori going on. But there's more areas inside to chat, and they got a bistro for you who love all your special beverages, and more sitting areas. There's a snack area. There's and of course plenty of round tables for us to discuss. Here's actually us in Vegas. Me, Cameron, Sherry, Gary, Lori, all sitting around and just literally talking order prints right there, talking charts. And that's what this whole thing is about. All right? So, how do you register? Okay? And what are we going to go over? I'm going to go over all of it with you right now. Let's go ahead and put up the link. But the link you're going to go to is first you need to log in to apexinvesting.net. Okay, so first log in to apexinvesting.net and then go to the page. So the page is apexinvesting.com/Apex Live. And We're doing some pretty sweet stuff at this event. One of the things that we're going to be doing is I'm doing what we're calling a super sharpshooter giveaway. And everybody who registers gets a ticket, okay, into this drawing, a raffle ticket in the drawing. Now, if you enter right now, you get even more tickets, okay? You're actually going to get 4 tickets here just for the next few days, if it's even available for 3 days. But for the next 3 days, we're going to give out 4 raffle tickets. And if you win, you get one of 2 prizes. Either one, you get a platinum lifetime membership, which gets lifetime elite access, all the master courses past, all the master courses in 2020, all Apex live events you get free access to, 8 hours of one-on-one coaching with me on Skype as well. So we charge $10,000 for a platinum membership. We're going to give away a platinum membership at the event. Or whoever gets that has another choice. They can come to my ranch, to my trading suite, and we will pay for your airfare, your hotel, your food, and you can trade live for 2 days with me. So either one of the, we figured that was better than just giving away like 500 or $1,000 bucks. Let's give away something bigger. What do y'all like? Do y'all like that idea? Anybody want to win that? I was like talking to John. I was like, we could do some cash. We could do this, but what's something we could do that's different and bigger than we've ever done before? And we've never given away a platinum membership, obviously. I've never given away time with me, like a couple days. And of course, not only that, but paying for everything. So your airfare, your hotel, your food, all that. So we're going to give away that to one of the lucky winners. Now, I do want to warn you of one thing, okay? And this is not making anything up. Y'all, like how many do y'all see in the room every day? On average, you see, what, 200 plus people in the room every day? Like during the day, at least 100 at night, if not more, okay? So, I mean, sometimes it'll be down a little bit with the holidays and stuff, but I mean, easily a couple hundred. Okay, and then we've had 1,200 people in the last 2 months, maybe 1,300, but I haven't added it up lately, enroll in boot camp, okay? There literally is only physical room. You know, this isn't like a sales pitch, right? I mean, there's enough room for 100 people at the event. I actually emailed them, and they have 100 rooms set aside, and they said they're setting them aside for us today, tomorrow, through New Year's, basically, and then they're going to open those back up and take them out of the block, and they only have 100 rooms left available, okay? And there's no hotel that's really that close. I mean, you're going to be driving at least 15 plus 20 minutes to get to the hotel if you stay at a different hotel. So you're going to want to stay at the hotel. And like I said, there's only 100 rooms available. There's only 100 seats available. So I'm not trying to push it on you or whatever. I'm just trying to say when they're gone, they're gone. And with 1,200 people in boot camp and 200 people in the room, and I mean, on this webinar, we have over 200 people. I think we have like 300 something people. Not everybody's going to get to go. Okay? So register and reserve your room. Now, as soon as you click on register and you sign up, you'll be taken to a thank you page which has the link with the discounted room rate. Okay, it's 15 minutes from the airport. Oh, and by the way, the price we're charging, if you brought that up, is $397. Okay, that's less than we charged last year, and that includes a hot breakfast and a great lunch. And y'all know, y'all been to our events. We make sure there's good food. So hot breakfast, and we also serving lunch to you as well. So you're not paying for breakfast or lunch. If you are driving in, parking is free. Okay, Wi-Fi is free at the hotel, so you're getting free Wi-Fi also. So there's some areas, but I mean, $397. That's, what is that? A trade or two, a couple trades, maybe a day and a half of trades if you're trading $50 per trade. Right? Or one runner that I know, like we had people this morning make more than that, you know, just in their first 2 trades, made $450. So this ought to really take care of it for you, you know, and I tried to make it affordable. Some of y'all can't pay a full $400 up front. So we did 2 payments of $250, 1 payment now, 1 payment 30 days later. So you can choose either one. If you're platinum, the people who are already platinum members, obviously the event is free for you. The only cost you have is the food, which is $97. Okay. The hotel is in Flower Mound, Texas, which is 15 minutes from DFW Airport and 35 minutes from Love. Um, so yeah, there's already spots taken. So Platinum, you do need to register. Okay, I sent you an email out, I think, already earlier today. Some of you have already registered because we obviously Platinum gets guaranteed spot up front, but after the 3 days, then it opens up to everybody. So make sure you do go in that. And the big thing is make sure you go in and register and grab your hotel room, because what my biggest concern is the hotel rooms run out. Okay. The rooms are only $121. So if you register through the site, so once you sign up, and by the way, you don't have to pay for your hotel room until after you get there. So you're not paying for your hotel until like March. So yes, $121 per night. So you're not paying for your hotel at all until March. So don't worry, like in the sense of, obviously that's an expense, but it's an expense you have in 2.5, 3 months. So, but you can reserve your room immediately, and they don't make you pay till you actually arrive. Okay. Obviously we're spending 3 days with you, me and Lori, and we're going to do large group trainings. We're going to do small group trainings. We're going to do small group exercises. And of course, we're going to be hanging out with you one-on-one. I charge, $250 an hour to do one-on-ones. This is 3 days where you're going to have full access. We're not just going to go over setup 2. We're going to go over mastering little tidbits, some of those things I see about those setups that y'all always wonder about. The 5 sniper setups, we're going to dive into mastering them. We're going to talk a lot about trailing and when to trail and when not to trail. I've dropped a few of those hints over the last few days if you've been in the room. But we're going to help you learn how to master trailing positions. How many of you would like to know my morning routine? Exactly what I do every day to be consistent. What do I do before I trade? Before I walk in that room and call out 3 winning trades, which I've done pretty much every single day. I've netted, 3 winning trades that we've been in the room for the last 2 months. How would y'all like to know what my morning routine is and exactly how I do that? So, because there's a few things involved in it. And so I'm going to go in and we're going to go through my morning routine one morning. Okay? I'm going to teach you exactly what do I do to get in the zone? What do I do to be consistent? What about those walls? Do y'all like the walls that we automatically print that Lori actually calculates and does and puts in? Do y'all like those wall levels that are printed on your chart? Would you like Lori to teach you how she does those so you could do them on any single market? If you wanted to do them on oil or gold or euro dollar or whatever. She's going to be teaching that at the event, where those walls come from, how we make them, so you can actually do it yourself on any market you want to. Okay? We've been doing some ATM setups already. We're going to have some of our top traders come up and share some of their favorite ATM setups, like Craig and Rich and other traders are going to come and share some of their favorite ATM setups. We're going to go in and talk about larger tick charts. You ever hear Lori talk about 30 tick charts? Well, how does she use that now in relation to Sniper? Well, she's going to talk about that. We're talking about what we call, detailed OP and how you can use that for clues on quick, easy, low risk trades. Y'all hear me talk about the DOM a lot, right? Have y'all been noticing that? I talk about the DOM. I'm like, yeah, we have a big order here, and I'm calling it like 5, 10 points away. I'm like, the market's going to go to this level, and then you see it happen. Well, I'm going to tell you how I get access to that DOM. I'm going to show you how I use that DOM and how you can get access to that DOM and teach you it. Okay? And then I'm trying to work out a deal for it for you as well. And then we're going to go in and obviously we're going to do, like I said, a lot of roundtable group exercises where you can practice together with me and Lori going from table to table and the evening fireside things. So if you want to see what people have said about our past events, we got videos on here. If you want to see what the schedule is, it's all posted. So we already have that up. We do recommend flying in on the 18th because we're going to start in the morning on the 19th. But we picked out one of literally the cheapest weekend we could find for flights. And then we checked like North Carolina, we checked Chicago, we checked Salt Lake City, we checked LA to see what is one of the cheapest weekends to fly in. And that's how we actually picked this weekend. Is not only did we get the rate down on the hotel, much lower than what they normally are, but we also were able to get it was one of the better weekends for flights. So, And what you got to remember to do, and I want to remind everybody right now, like if you're platinum and you're trying to sign up and it's trying to charge you $397, there's one reason. You haven't signed into apexinvesting.net yet. So sign in to apexinvesting.net so it recognizes you and then go back to the page. So again, a reminder to everybody, sign into apexinvesting.net and then log in. And then all you got to do is, if you're platinum, it's $97 for food, but the event is free. Let's see here, and basically shows you right there. You're basically getting 75% off because the event's free, just $97 for food. Or you save 20% by paying the $397 up front, or do 2 payments of $250. Okay? So that pretty much is the event in a nutshell. And we've already done the 99.90 plan. We're going into that full plan on the 10%, starting on Thursday, okay, to get you ready for the next 12 months. So we've went to the 6.3. I already went through the calculator with you. I go into it more on the video, if you want to watch that video. We're not just looking back to the last 2 months. We're not just looking to the next 90 days. At this event, we're looking again where you're going to be in 12 months. Are you going to be at that 6 figures? Okay? So we'll go on that path, whether you have a large account, a small account. We want to get you beyond that 10%. I don't just want you to get you to surviving, which is what the 10% is about. I want to get you to thriving. And that is what this whole event is for. So if you're willing to invest in yourself, which literally is just a handful of trades, even if you just learn some things that keep you from losing a couple trades, it pays for itself. Okay? And if you learn how to trail trades, it pays for itself literally hundreds of times over. So if you're ready to do it, then sign up, get the training, learn more about mastering the tools, trade room, but now in person as we're looking at charts together and having the whole team to help you get those ticks. So I don't want to go into a whole lot, but just the summary is 3 solid days, sharpshooter giveaway, free parking. Remember the sharpshooter giveaway, the $10,000 giveaway, free parking, free Wi-Fi, breakfast every day, lunch every day, more bonuses, evening roundtables. Okay? And we'll make sure we take care of Christopher. Don't worry about it. And then, so again, value is $62.25, not including the free $10,000 platinum membership or 2 days live trading with me, or $250 today and $250 30 days later. But I can't stress this enough. It is 100 people, and there are going to be people that are upset because they didn't get to register and get in because they didn't sign up and they waited. So, or the hotels are all, book it right now while there are spaces available. Okay. That's it. Click on the button, register now, and I'll see y'all in the room tomorrow morning. Does anybody have any questions? What are your questions? All right, let's see here. A lot of these are, yes, everybody has to pay for their hotel room. Yes. Everybody has to register. So, but make sure you sign in. Platinum, it'll only say, it won't make you pay for the event. It'll just make you pay the $97 for the food. So if you're platinum and you sign in, it won't make you pay for the event. Telephone number for the hotel is on the thank you page. So once you paid, then all of the information for the hotel, all of it will be right there. Joe, the only place to use the dynamic meta indicator is on the 10-minute chart. You might have to go back and watch the recording if you didn't catch all that at the beginning. Let's see here. It seems like the food was awesome last year. Let's see, Doug, can I ask a question about market replay? Yes, I asked this in the sniper room, but Lori was not sure about it. Is there a way to disconnect from the live feed, practice in the evening on replay data, then turn back on and somehow merge, update the missing data. Yeah, what you'd have to do is before you reconnect to live data. Okay, so you want to know, the question is, can I have my live data going and then in the evening I disconnect and do market replay and then reconnect and still have OP data? So the answer would be yes. What you'd have to do is go back and download the OP data for that day, or not download the replay data for that day when you're done replaying. Okay? And then fast forward, replay it, and then disconnect and reconnect to live. Because replay actually will build your OP data for you. So if you go and download that current day, like right when you're done replaying, you can fast forward it, and maybe you'll miss a minute or two, but you can then switch back over to live. Let's see. Trouble putting links in the room? Like what kind of links? Keith, yeah, you can bring your wife. There's no charge to bring her. Now, I know some people are going to want to, have their spouses go to breakfast and dinner with them. Then, they can do that. They just got to pay for the food. As far as, the room itself, I mean, it's going to have room for 100 people that have paid to attend the event. But of course, they can, family, spouses can come with you. You can't open the page to register. apexinvesting.com/Apex Live. So, /Apex Live, right there. So you won't see anything. Again, just go to Apex Live. After you've logged into apexinvesting.net, go to apexinvesting.com/Apex Live. So you need to go to the website. I'll put a button in there, but first I wanted to give everybody a chance that was on the webinar. I think there's people trying to call right now about it. TZ, we cannot see, we're not able to even copy or paste or open links inside a GoToWebinar. We can't click on links. There's no link to the video because they're protected. So you'd have to literally just tell them what video to go look for under webinars, what the title of the video is. So if you get to a trade using the ATM 2010, can you switch to a trailing stop? You can grab and move your orders. Yes, you can. So I usually actually just end up moving my take profit, and then I hit close if I want to close it out. Because it's hard to move both sides. Can the sniper system be used to trade Nadex? Yeah, we have video trainings about that. But what I've also shown is that you can be more profitable with the sniper system itself. Trading, like if you're trying to trade with a smaller account, trading like the micro futures, you'll actually come out ahead. So check out the webinar sections we have on it. We actually talk about how to do it. And you can do it with just a $400 account. And you can trade at 50 cents or $1 a tick, and you get to mirror the market. You don't have to worry about premium. You don't have to worry about expirations. You don't have to worry about in the money, out of the money by the tick. You literally trade on one chart, trade it with just $400, and it's easier. And if you ask anybody who's tried to do it, they'll tell you it's easier. And I'm totally for it. I mean, I've made a couple $1,000s this week on Nadex. I love Nadex. But I'm just telling you, master the underlying chart before you try to master options off of it. Finish time on the live event. We have the schedule down here at the bottom. It's 3 o'clock. Yep, you log into apexinvesting.net, so that way it knows who you are, okay? And then you go to apexinvesting.com/Apex Live. And I'll put a button up inside the site, but we were releasing it on here. You can trade forex on it? Definitely you can trade forex on it. Forex has worse leverage than futures does, but you can trade it if you want to. I just mean like you got to put up a lot more money to trade. on forex than you do on futures. Let's see here. Did you mention before that the hotel provides transportation? They do not provide transportation to and from the airport. It's only about 15 minutes. I checked Uber when I was at the hotel to see what the cost would be. The cost is like 20, 25 bucks. So it's pretty cheap. Yeah, and some of y'all will ride share and stuff like that. Let's see. I'm trying to see, is there anything else? And then also, if y'all hop on the chat, I'll hop on it right now. Over on the website. I don't know why the chat's not showing on that page. Maybe you can help fix that, Cameron. But I'll log into the online chat that we have on the main page. Let's see here. Oh, there. It just took a minute to pop up. So yeah, only platinum members get free access to the events. Let's see here. Can the step system be used? We got that. There we go. You can open an account to trade Ninja or to trade on Nadex, not Nadex, blah blah blah. Micros on Micro Nasdaq, you can literally open with a $400 account. If you want to trade the minis, I would suggest closer to 4,000 because they're worth 10 times the amount, right? So they're worth $5 a tick, whereas the micros are worth 50 cents a tick. All right, so everybody got that? You go to apexinvesting.net, you sign in, then go to apexinvesting.com/apexlive. And again, I'll put a button up on the site as soon as the webinar is over. I'm on the chat, like on the website down here where you can click to chat with us. Let's see here. All right, TZ, when you click where? Here? Let's click the big yellow button, go to the top of the screen, okay? And click the yellow button at the very top of the screen. So just click the yellow button at the top of the screen right here. That should take you there, TZ. Is that working for you okay? All right, do you have any more questions? If not, I'm going to wrap it up. And if you do, hop on the chat and we'll be glad to help you out. You don't really sign up for micros. You just open a Ninja account and you just fund it. That's all you got to do. You don't sign up specifically for micro trading. You just fund a futures account and you trade micros, which is just MNQ is the symbol. So everything where we say NQ, you just do MNQ.
Call for marketing. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
You have to wait a second, okay? All right. Are you there? Okay, so if y'all have any questions, let me know, okay? And I'll try to stay on here for you. I'm sorry, I'm still live on the webinar. Hold on one second. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to pause this. All right. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. It looks like all the questions are coming in on chat and on phone now. And I will help y'all out. Just submit a help desk ticket or hop on the chat and we'll get you taken care of. I promise. Okay? And I'll see y'all tomorrow morning in the room. All right. Y'all have a good night. Don't die. Okay, good. I thought my phone was about to die. Let's see here.